Hello viewers, welcome to this edition of God's Eye. Today, we would be talking about Russian recruitment of volunteers to join the military service. Firstly, take a second of your time to hit the subscription button and the notification bell for latest updates around the globe. Seeking new contract soldiers for so-called special military operations in Ukraine, the Russian military uses mobile trucks to recruit volunteers and offers incentives of about $3,000 a month. On Saturday, Special Forces parked such a truck in the Central Park of Rostov in southern Russia, stripped the sides and opened a mobile office. Soldiers in camouflage uniforms and black masks displayed their weapons to interested passers-by and handed out colorful pamphlets entitled Contract Military Service Aerial Man's Choice. Neither Russia nor Ukraine have disclosed military losses, and Western intelligence services estimate them in the tens of thousands on either side. Moscow has not updated its official death toll since March 25, when 1,351 Russian soldiers were reported dead and 3,825 wounded. The Kremlin said last week that it was not considering a nationwide mobilization to replenish the army. But the recruitment shows that Moscow needs more personnel. A police officer in charge of the Rostov truck said Russians and foreigners between the ages of 18 and 60, with at least a high school diploma, were eligible. Major Sergei Ardashev said, a patriotic citizen chooses a contract from him 3 months to 6 months to participate in special operations, and promised to train everyone. The minimum monthly salary offered is 160,000 rubles, almost 3 times the national average. One potential recruit is musician Viktor Yakinin, who said he was always attracted to the idea of military service and is currently gathering the necessary documents. I want to work in the airborne forces, he said. Ever since I was little, my parents raised me by loving their country and protecting the Russian world. I believe the power is with us. Yakinin sat with Ardashev in the truck, who said the next step would be a psychological test. If successful, there are physical tests of speed, strength and endurance. If all had gone smoothly, Yakinin would have arrived in the unit, joined a particular division, and would have started his military service from that moment on. Outside, young people, including families, visited a temporary exhibition of photographs of official heroes of the conflict, next to a large sign reading, Tradition of Victory. On Tuesday, Communist Party leader Gennady Zyuganov said in a statement posted on the party's website, above all, to win what he calls the war against the United States, Europe and the United States, we need to mobilize our strength and resources to the fullest. Russia has described its actions in Ukraine as a special military operation that critics have called a war or aggression, and a bill passed earlier this year to spread false information and discredit the military have been prosecuted under the established law. Asked about the criticism of military leaders by nationalist commentators who called for mobilization, Peskov said it was an example of pluralism and that Russians generally continue to support President Vladimir